So, welcome back guys to a brand new video. Now today, I am going to be going through all of the new patch notes for ARK Survival Evolved on the PC, Xbox and the PlayStation. After we go through the patch notes, I will be going through the community crunch, but if you want to see the community crunch in a little bit more information, I recommend you check out the video from earlier if you haven't seen it already, but I always do that in the video just in case you guys did miss that. Now, as always, if you guys do enjoy today's video and get all of the news you need to know going on with ARK Survival Evolved, because today is a month until the final DLC of ARK Survival Evolved, which is crazy to say that. Genesis Part 2, obviously May 26th. Smash that like button if you're excited for that. Let's try and go for over 600 likes on today's video. And as I said, if we hit all those like targets from the video earlier and the video today, then I will be making a return for the socks in the videos, because there's none in the background. What am I doing, guys? Make sure to be subscribed as well if you're not subscribed already, as we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers. And let's get in with today's video. So pretty much the Xbox and PlayStation is a little bit quiet at the moment. It's mainly PC stuff, so we'll go through the console first. But as you can see, the last update that did actually come for the console, this has actually been the longest time ARK have gone without an update. Well, no, there's probably been a little bit longer back in the past, but for a very long time, there really hasn't been much going on for the console, which is quite nice for players sometimes, because if you've got to download updates, especially when they're client side, I know a lot of server side stuff's been going on, then it just obviously, sometimes some people like small updates, even if they're like 4 gigabytes, can take hours and hours for some people, if their internet isn't that fast. So it's quite nice for players just to enjoy the game for a little bit without updates. And obviously the console hasn't had one for a few weeks, but the last thing was just literally fix the server crash that would occur when the server was attempting to save. There were a lot of crash problems, a lot of glitches like that going on with the game, and they have all been fixed as we know so far, but I know there's always something going on with ARK that where there's a problem. And the PlayStation, I think, is pretty much the same. We fixed the server crash that would occur when the server was attempting to save. Now, if there are any problems going on with console at the moment, then obviously you should keep reporting them to the wildcard team by submitting a ticket. That is the best way of getting a bug or glitch across that you're still facing in the game. I know there's still things with Ferox going on, and I know there's still loads of that stuff, but hopefully building up to Genesis Part 2, there's still a month to go, so there's still more fixes that can be implemented before the final DLC. So coming over to the PC, which is the main thing that we're talking about today, is they fix multiple level design related bugs such as holes, floating foliage and incorrect volumes, as you guys can see, which is always great because you want as much of this sorted out, any bugs like that, because it stops meshing, it stops falling through maps, it stops all of these glitches. It's just perfect when that sort of stuff is sorted out. So that is one of the things which is being sorted within the new update, and that will come to console within the next major patch, which might not be for another. I'm not really too sure what they're going to do regarding patches at the moment, just because I don't know whether their plan is to wait until Genesis Part 2 or in like 2 weeks time do a little sort of fix for some of the stuff as in that. So yes, I was wondering what that was in the background there, and I just realized it was my phone vibrating. But anyway, so server config value, allow cave building PvP equals false. This now supports blocking building in caves on Aberration, Extinction, Genesis Part 1 and Crystal Isles in preparation for the new Conquest server launch, which again is something that I will mention very, very quickly, but I won't go into any detail really because I've done that in my other video, but that was that sorted there. And there is the new server config value in the shooter game mode, obviously in the game files, which is prevent transfer for class names. So I'll say that again because I sort of messed it up a little bit. So it's prevent transfer for class names, and for example you can do prevent transfer for class names equals dodo underscore character underscore bp underscore c, and then that will make it so seeds now have a spool. Oh no, that was an example of it, and then there's an extra patch note. I thought they were going to do it and then explain a little bit more about it, but basically what it is it's just prevent a certain dino from being transferred on a server, and it's a new thing that's going to be quite useful for unofficials. So if you don't want dodos to be transferred, which I don't really know why you would not want dodos to be transferred, then that is obviously something you can do in the game on PC currently. And then the final thing, that is seeds now have a spoiler timer, so included a one-time destruction of them in dedicated storage boxes. So that is the full update and everything that is going on with ARK Survival Evolved. And really what the plan is, as I've mentioned in the video earlier, is that Wildcard will be releasing small little fixes, building up, and because right now all of the team is going to be having their focus on Genesis Part 2. When I say all the team, pretty much everyone. There's certain teams now in Wildcard that focus on sorting events out. There's teams that work on all different types of things in the company. But mainly, the main focus is getting this DLC out, making sure it's a good launch. Because it's the final DLC for ARK 1. And who wants it to be a failed one? No one. It's got to be perfect. And I'm so excited for it. In a way, I'm someone that never wants to wish away life because, like, obviously, time has gone so fast. I turned 22 10 days ago. I'm like, where's time going? I'm getting old. But sometimes when there's something big like that coming out and you haven't really got much going on with ARK before, you're just like, maybe we could sort of skip a month. But yeah, anyway, so community crunch 264. As you can see, I did go through this in earlier videos, so you guys won't really want to see anything more. But it just says there's a Federation crop plot coming, as you can see. You've got a little close-up of the Shadow Main, which is a new creature coming to the game. And you've got the Loadout Mannequin, which is basically where you can have your different types of kit and just put them straight on. Your defense kit, your raiding kit, or your taming kit. No Evo event, and then obviously they had the community corner. And then introducing Season 3. I'm hoping this is going to load. It might end up not loading, because some reason with Survive the Ark, as of for quite a while, they've had this thing where, like, the website loads up okay, and then as time's been, like, when you go a little bit further into the website, into the patch notes, into other things, it's not happening all the time, but sometimes it just takes ages and ages and ages to load, and it's so frustrating because they're usually pretty good with their website and it doesn't really go down that much, but as of the last few weeks, it's been doing this thing recently which is so frustrating and takes very long. So while that tries to load, if it doesn't end up loading, then I'll have to, I won't be able to add that into the video, but we will see. What we'll just talk about while that's doing that is the 26th day. Don't expect another event, as I mentioned in a video earlier today. Don't expect another event now until ARK's birthday, which will be the 6th year of ARK Survival Evolved. It looks like it's loaded, which is fantastic. And then don't expect a proper big one again after ARK's birthday one until summer. This is sort of the point now with ARK, where the events are very quiet until later on into the year. But the one great thing is that we do have a DLC, which hopefully they'll give us an Evo event for in the future. So moving on to Conquest. Why is it loaded up really strange? It doesn't even have its picture. Oh well. So basically, the Conquest servers are being reintroduced by Snail Games to kickstart a new season. It's starting tomorrow, April 27th at 10 AM Pacific time. The new season details is that there's ×2 on all compared to the normal standard official servers. No cave building, which is the thing that was added in the PC patch notes, which you can put on unofficial. Scaling of weapon damage has been reduced. Tribes are set to 25 players max. Tribe alliances are disabled, though informal alliances are allowed. Servers have a maximum player count of 100. The maps that are available on the launch on April 27th is The Island, Scorched Earth, Ragnarok, Valgaria, and the Center. The following maps will be added on May 7th, which is Aberration, Extinction, Genesis 1, Crystal Isles. Tech is enabled on the Conquest servers. Titans will be available May 7th on Extinction, but cannot be transferred. No specific creatures, balance or spawn changes. There will be a 24-hour cooldown on tribe slot reuse. It's disabled dino unclaiming and disabled non-tribe pin code access to structures. So that is pretty much everything that you guys need to know with ARK Survival Evolved right now. Again, if you didn't watch a video earlier today, basically, if you have been watching my modded series, we've been having so many problems with the files, so I decided that the best thing to do for the series, I know there was only like 10 episodes in the end, and we did a lot in those 10 episodes, but what I decided to do in the end is wait for Genesis Part 2. There's a month to go, and then start the journey again. I just think it was going to be better for just the channel in itself, because I'm not really known for my series, and I think starting fresh and, you know, letting a lot more people sort of get involved with the series and stuff with the final DLC, I just think is only right. And then obviously that series will go on until we get some news on ARK 2, and then yeah, basically that's all that's going to be going on. So smash that like button if you want to see the socks return. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in my next video, which will be going live tomorrow as we're on the grind every single day. See you guys later.